My name is Gary Martinez. I'm a commercial real estate broker. Been doing this for 21 years and predominantly focus on industrial and office. So just kind of give you some context in my background. I am a CCIM and SIOR, past president of our local chapters over here for CCIM, and current president of RCAOC, which is Realtors Commercial Alliance of Orange County. It's I guess kind of going back into when I first started the business. I wanted to make sure I just make some money so I can just survive, which kind of morphed into other things, just trying to give back to the community, which I started doing many years ago. But as far as mentorship, I think it's extremely important. It's so important that you find a good mentor, and I know that because I didn't really have a good mentor when I got into the business. When I first got into business, I was just trying to knock on doors, just trying to pass out flyers, just trying to do what I can to just try to make some money. And I did everything wrong, everything you're not supposed to do in the business. And I never got in trouble, but at the same time, I was wasting a lot of time. And what I found is that I didn't have a mentor. That was the issue, that was the problem. And when I started to stop and reflect back as to why I was making the same amount of money that my friends were making, who had a job, who had insurance, who had vacation, and no one was paying me ever to show up, but they paid them to show up, I started to have a struggle and a challenge, and started reflecting back. What are the other brokers doing, maybe that I'm not doing? And what I found what they do is that they focus. And they focus on a particular product type, right? So when we start talking about commercial, so commercial is, maybe we see as anything that's not 4 units and above, or 4 units and below is residential, anything 5 units plus is commercial, right? Which is true. However, we want to do everything, right? If we focus on everything, then it's very difficult for us to focus on everything, right? So we got to focus, you got to specialize on a particular product type, right? Which is the reason why I chose industrial. And looking back today, the different things that we're doing, some clients that, like one of my new clients, actually I've been working for about 11 years, Suzuki. So if you're familiar with the motorcycle company, and they're actually the 6th largest vehicle owner or manufacturer in the world of vehicles, along with they have a marine department. So I do all this stuff across country, right? And what I found, all right, and actually I guess I kind of became my own mentor. I really tried to give back, to the community that I grew up in by volunteering myself with CCIM, RCAOC. I'm on board for Cal State Fullerton Real Estate Association, and so I just try to do what I can to give back. And so overall, I love what I do, and it's a pleasure being here. And so thank you for your time. But mentor, you need a mentor for sure.
Yeah, well, you heard it there. Definitely a mentor. Yeah, big round of applause for Gary. So, Gary, also a follow-up question here. So, you got a mentor now. You got someone that knows commercial. How can that person take what Kimberly and Naveen and Christine gave us about what these areas need? How can they take that and parlay that into wealth?
Well, okay, so I guess a couple of things. Listen to the directors, economic development directors, right? They're there to help you. They want to support you, right? And that's their job, is to support us, right? And so make sure you utilize the tools and the resources that they have. Just thinking about an assignment that we had, also with Suzuki. We did the transaction for them last year, and we had to help them open up a new corporate headquarters because they split off their motorcycle division with their marine division. And so what they tasked me to do is I had to go look for a new location for them, and they said, hey Gary, we're looking for a new opportunity, and these are the cities that we're looking at. We want you to look into every single one of them. So we want you to look into Atlanta, Jacksonville, Orlando, and Tampa. And so these are areas of the country I've never even been, right? I've been in Orlando, but not the other ones. And so they said, Gary, what I want you to do, I need you to find out what the lifestyle is over there. We need the Japanese culture. We need to know the education. We need to know housing. We need to know just pretty much everything that we had to do or learn as if I was going to go move into that city, wages and everything else. So the very first thing I did, it's like, shoot. I panicked, right? Because they said, hey, by the way, I need this information by next week. And so, so the very first thing that we did, we called the economic development directors in each of those cities and said, hey, this is what we have. Everything was very confidential at the time, which is, I think, is probably pretty common for a city or a company to look into a new location, and just letting them know, hey, this is what we're looking for. I can't tell you the name right now, but this is the resources and information that they need, right? And so every single one of the economic development directors put their hand up and said, yeah, Gary, let me help you, let me give you the information, let me give you the data, come into our office and let's tell you a little bit more about the education, about the community, about the demographics. And so it's so key, especially if you're working in an area that you're not familiar with. Reach out to the economic development directors. And one big mistake that I see a lot of agents not doing is working directly with the economic development director that's in their own city, right? Because it's key, right? Because Kim has a lot of resources, a lot of information. She's putting on these breakfast meetings and she's gonna send you opportunities, right? So take advantage of that. So overall, take advantage of the resources that are available for you, to you. They're there. You don't have to do this by yourself. There's a lot of resources that are available for you to help your client be as successful as possible.